What did we talk about this morning, Cherry? Oh, yes. Good morning. Oh, hey, Al. How are you? I have not seen you on TikTok before. I just came live, so I'm waiting for some more people to come on, but it's nice to see you here. Feel free to ask me a coaching question if you like. We are doing some online live coaching. I have to be quick today because I've got a meeting in half an hour. Hello, welcome. So, live coaching, please feel free to ask me questions in the chat if you have specific questions. If you have an area that you would like me to talk about, some area in particular, feel free to put the area in the chat, and otherwise I will chatter on about whatever I want, as I usually do, until somebody asks me a question. So this morning I created, what did I do in my Instagram reel this morning? So I was talking about how, oh my God, I just put mascara on and I've done it like a 3-year-old and just gotten it everywhere. So, choosing your emotions, being able to choose your emotions. And I pointed out that on my Instagram, my stories, if you follow me in my stories, I do a lot of stories every day, like probably 5 to 15 everyday stories. And most of the time I'm smiling. Most of the time I'm happy. And of course there is some element of, if I was miserable and sad, then I probably wouldn't feel like making an Instagram story. So you're not going to see me on there like sad or miserable as much as you're going to see me happy. But also this is a personality trait that I embody: happiness, positivity, and I embrace this throughout my life, whether I'm recording myself, whether I'm on a live stream, whether I'm making stories, whether I'm making content, or whether I'm just like at work, at home, playing with my kids, whatever. I always embody the spirit of positivity, and we can do this. And so I was talking in my video about how emotional intelligence can help you. Most people, when you ask them what they want from their life, will say they want to be happy, right? What do you want from life? I want to be happy, or I want to be wealthy because I think that will make me happy, right? I want to be happy. That's what most people want. And I'm here to tell you that you can have that now. And even though a lot of people, when they say they want to be happy, they push it out into the future. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the ice cream. It's very hot here today, so I definitely appreciate a nice cold ice cream, or 15. Thank you so much, Aditya? Thank you so much. If you have any questions for me, I think you were here yesterday, right? Were you on my live yesterday? Please feel free to pop them in the chat. Otherwise, I will keep chatting. So, yes, happiness is a choice, and it's a choice that you can make today. A lot of people put off their happiness. They literally put off their happiness by saying, I will be happy when this happens in the future. I will be happy when I earn more money. I will be happy when I make 10K months. I will be happy when I find the perfect partner. I will be happy when I find the perfect place to live. I will be happy when I have the perfect friend group. People put off their happiness to the future. And when you do that, what you're basically saying is that I cannot be happy now. You're telling yourself, I can't be happy now. I must have this in place and this in place and this in place until I can be happy. I can't be happy now. And that's not true. You can be happy now. You can choose to be happy now. You can choose to be happy despite your circumstances. You can choose to be happy in your circumstances. And you can choose to be happy because of your circumstances. So my circumstances at the moment are that we're planning a move to the beach in about a month. It's come up really fast. We haven't done much about it, and so we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do to sell everything, to pack up all our stuff, to find a place to live, to book flights, to take the kids out of school, to find out if there's a school at the other end. There's a lot to do, right? And we can choose to do that in a stressful way and be like overwhelmed by the fact that there's so much to do and we don't know where to start, and how are we going to get everything done in time, how are we going to have enough money to pay for everything, whatever it is, right? Or we can choose to do it in a way like, oh my God, I'm so excited to move to the beach, I'm so excited to start a new life, and so I can approach all the things that need to be done in order to get to the beach with a spirit of positivity and happiness, and like, I get to do this, I get to make these plans. I think I'm going to put my hair back up because it's really hot today. So we can choose happiness now, in the present moment. We don't need to put our happiness off to rely on some external circumstance that may or may not happen. I can only be happy if I'm rich. I can only be happy if I'm in a relationship. I can only be happy if I don't have to go to work, or whatever it may be. And people still don't choose to be happy. People choose to complain. People choose to get stressed out. People choose to put their happiness off and make it dependent on something else. So don't do that. That's where emotional intelligence can help you, because if you work on your emotional intelligence, if you build up your emotional intelligence like you would build up your IQ, right? You build up your IQ by studying, by learning, by improving your knowledge, by reading more. And you can build up your EQ by becoming more aware of your feelings and how you feel, how you get triggered, how your body reacts when certain things happen in your external circumstances. So being emotionally intelligent is simply about being aware of the feelings that you have inside of you and your reactions, how you feel, how you react when things happen in your external environment, particularly when things go wrong, right? Because, you know, when you're happy, when you're excited, when you're positive, when you're upbeat, you generally want to hold on to those feelings, right? You want to keep them around. You want to feel them to their fullest extent. But when the feelings are negative feelings, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you're annoyed, then you want the feelings to pass through quickly. And people have various ways of trying to get those feelings to pass through quickly, right? So when you're experiencing a negative emotion, the tendency is to do one of three things. Either you push the feelings down, you suppress or repress them. So this can be subconscious or consciously. When you push the feelings down, you just like muddle through, like I just got to get through this, I just got to get through this day, I just got to get through this week, whatever. I'm just gonna like head down, muddle through, right? That is suppressing or repressing your feelings. When you express them, when you talk about your feelings, when you get angry, you get mad, you start shouting, you start yelling at other people, you start like hitting things, then you're expressing your feelings, okay? You're pushing them out into your external circumstance, you're pushing them out onto the people around you. And the other thing that people often do is avoid their feelings. And people who avoid their feelings, they will start drinking, they will start smoking, they will start going to the gym and throwing themselves into the gym, they will start working really hard, throwing themselves into work, anything to avoid those feelings, right? With emotional intelligence, instead of suppressing, repressing, avoiding, or expressing your feelings, you simply feel them. You simply allow those feelings to move through you, and you become aware of the fact that your feelings and your emotions don't control you. You don't have to be controlled by your emotions. You can be in control of your emotions. And the way to do that is simply to allow those feelings to travel through you. Peter Sunshine, as you can see by the wedding ring on my finger, I am married and I already have kids. There's one over there. I don't want any more, thank you. So allowing those feelings to move through you is how you become emotionally intelligent. Because when you, let's say something happens that would trigger you, that would make you angry. For example, you're parking your car and you go drive past the space so that you can reverse into it. And as you drive past it, somebody else comes and drives into your parking space, right? You can't see any other parking spaces around. And so you immediately start getting feelings, right? You start getting angry or annoyed, like you want to yell at the person, you want to shout and scream, you want to like bang on something, right? These are the feelings that are coming up through you. So now you have a choice. You become aware of what's happening, you become aware of your natural reaction, you become aware of your subconscious programming, which is triggering you. Peter, I'm sorry, I'm going to mute you because you are distracting me. Okay, just coaching questions in the chat, please. Coaching questions. I am here to answer your coaching questions. That's all. So, sei inglês, mas não sei falar. Desculpe, Jen. Mesmo para mim, é possível para mim ler português, mas entende pessoas falando é mais difícil para mim. So when something happens like that and your initial reaction, your subconscious programming would have you get angry in that situation, have you get mad, it could potentially throw you off for the rest of your day, right? When something small like that happens, it can throw you off. It can put you into a bad mood, which will just spiral a bunch of other negative things happening in your life in that day, all because you got angry because someone took your parking space, right? But with emotional intelligence, you become aware when those feelings of anger start coming up. Instead of allowing them to just take over and control you, you can engage your emotional intelligence in order to observe the reaction, the physical reaction in your body. Observe this desire to shout. Observe how you feel this desire to shout come up through your body. Like often you can feel it, right? When you want to yell, when you get angry, you can feel it like moving up out your body, like like it's about to come out like steam above your head. You can observe that. You can observe that you start getting hot. You can observe that your muscles start tensing up. You can observe the physicality of these feelings. Emotions are energy in motion, right? You can observe all of this and then you can choose your reaction. You can choose if you want to shout and yell at the person and have it throw you off for the rest of the day, or you can choose to react differently. Perhaps you just want to be calm, like you don't want to give this person any more of your energy. You just want to drive off and go find another parking spot without wasting any more time. Perhaps you want to turn the whole situation around and show love and kindness. So perhaps you go park somewhere else and then write a note to the person that's obviously having negative emotions themselves, for them to want to come and steal a parking space from somebody, right? When somebody's clearly parking there, this person is perhaps having a bad day. You could write them a nice note, say something nice to them, try and brighten up their day and turn the situation from a negative experience into a positive experience. I just got age restricted for turning a negative experience into a positive experience. I guess TikTok doesn't like people doing that. But you can choose your reaction. You don't have to let your emotions control you. And okay, I'm going to open it up if there are any questions. As I said, today's going to be a really quick live. I have a meeting at 11, which is usually the time I go live. So I haven't had any of my normal folk on here. Yes, my lives are a bit of a mess at the moment. I keep having meetings scheduled at like 10:30 or 11 or 11:30, so I have to come on earlier or later. I am going to start coming on a little bit in the evenings. on days when that works for me, so that I can still go live, because last week I just missed you guys too much. But in the meantime, I will just be doing sessions where and when I can. So do we have any coaching questions in the chat? If not, I will shut down and go get ready for my work meeting. Hey, Huguito. Huguito. Good morning. I am closing the live down, but if you have any coaching questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. I'm getting along fine. Thank you, Laura. How are you? We are all good here in beautiful sunny Brazil. Alrighty. If there's no coaching questions for me, then I will say a sad farewell. And tomorrow we have school holidays, so I have no idea. You pronounce my name funny. Yeah, I've never seen that name before. I do not know how to say that. Huguito. Because in England we have Hugo. So that's why I'm starting out like that. But I'm not sure where your name is from. If it's Brazilian, then I guess you don't pronounce the H. You would be Huguito. I'm not sure. Anyway, apologies for bungling your name. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. I have a meeting at 11 and it's school holidays, so the kids will probably not be napping at the normal time, but I will make it on at some point. So make sure you're following along so that you can get notifications for that. In the meantime, if you do have any coaching questions, click the link in my bio. You can see my community there. It's free to join. All the content in there is free, and you are able to reach out to me there for one-on-one coaching sessions or to apply for the monthly group coaching sessions that I'm also running. So for new members of the community, when you join, if you create an introduction post in the introduce yourself section, then you will be able to join the monthly group coaching sessions that I run completely free. So make sure you do that, and I will see you guys tomorrow.